Hello everyone, my name is Veer and today we are going to see how we can interact with the text box and what are different options available in Cypress to interact with the text box. Then we'll see how we can interact with the checkboxes and also how you can interact with the select or a drop down box. So first thing what we are going to see is that this is a normal text box and how you can enter. What are the different ways you can enter the text and what are the different options available on the text box to enter the data. For ready reference, what I have done, I have written some code to show you that. First thing is the command that we are using to enter the text is type. So using this particular command, type the text and you want it to visualize that's what getting typed into a text box. Then you can add a delay while typing to text. Let's say you wanted to add some special character while in, so you can have another option, second parameter, where you can add a parameter called as parse special character sequence call so that that text with a special character entered on it. You can clear the text box command called as clear, and after that you can type some text. Also, you can use special key combination or key controls like typing the delete, selecting all, and the backspace. All these operations can be performed on a text box. Then again you can type a text after the text box is. Let's see how quick this particular things for time being. What I'll comment out this additional code that I will going to explain you in step. Okay, particular file. Let's see what happens execute. First of all, it will type test, I guess. As per it will type test, then it will give delay, waiting for 2 seconds, and then typing so on. Then it will clear out your text box. So, whatever the actions that we had given, right? What is the status for text box when you so before typing it was blank, after typing has entered text, the highlight off. Before typing it was clear, after has typed, then it was delayed type. Before there was only test, after has typed. Then type. Then we had added some special characters. The highlights as well has test weir, and then after that it has fixed. Then has performed the clear, has cleared the text box. Then after that it has typed in some text. Then it has typed particular thing. So before this there was particular text. After has cleared the text. Again we had typed it them. So, these are different combinations that I had shown you. Like can perform a regular type, then you can perform the delayed type, then you can have special characters added. Even you can add the combination of key along with your types commands. So that is about the normal text box. So if you can see, on the exact page. So if you can see this particular text box over here, this is actually not a text box. Okay, correct page. It's inside a frame, and this is not actually a text box, but it's a p tag, p element. When you type anything, you can see a text has been assigned to. So how you can do this with the help of Cypress? Okay. So for that, what I had done is, I had uncomment this particular, then we'll go. So what I had done, I had written one custom command called as get iframe. I'll explain you what that particular command is doing. Go to that particular custom command. So here what we are trying to do, we are passing, we had written a custom command. What that custom command will, based on your locator specified, it will return a element, basically a element using the, so basically it what it will do, it will wrap uh, the content of iframe, basically a body, not the entire content, only the body of a iframe into one element, and it will return that particular element to you. So basically what it will give you, the body details in one Cypress wrapped command. So here what we are doing, we are getting the content of the iframe, we are wrapping it, and then returning back. And once we receive that particular text, or not text, the element, then what we are doing, so after that, we have now this particular iframe. So here I am passing the id of the iframe. What it will do, it will go into that particular custom command, and it will get the body part of it, iframe, and it will return, while wrapping it, and it will return as a one element or a locator, to not locator, element. It will return as a element. On that element, what I am doing is I am finding the p. Okay, I am finding the p tag. So basically, why I'm finding the p tag, because this iframe has this particular p, and in this p we wanted to add text. Okay, and I had given one alias to that, it as a my p. So I'm giving a one alias to this particular p as a my p, and I wanted to operate on this my p, right? So here what I have done, cy.get my p, so I'm getting that particular p tag, and then I'm using the uh, no your jQuery commands with the help of dollar, and I'm appending text. So let's just add more text, some more text to be added as description. Then I'm just trying to save those. So let's try to run this again, and let's see what, or how the text is getting entered. If you can see, it has been logged in. Then go to the admin category create page. Here what it will do, it will enter the category name and will add the description. So if you can see, has added the text. Let me just open the page again, so we'll be able to see text is added or not. This is not click back. If you can see some text or text to be whatever the text that we entered, right? That has been assigned to this particular paragraph. This is how you can handle some uh, controls or text box that are not actually text box but work as a text box. Now next thing that we are going to see is how you can interact with the checkboxes. Okay, I'll just it's not difficult. If the checkbox are properly here. First of all, what thing you have to do, you have to find the checkbox, and then there is a one method or a command called a check, which can be used to check the uh, or tick the text box or tick the checkbox, or tick on the radio button. So what I'll do, I'll just run this particular test. I'll explain you why I have added the force to. We'll remove the force to true and then we'll try out. So basically, you can see it as on this checkbox. Now let's try to rerun this particular scenario again, because the page is not loaded properly, because of which what had happened is all the checkboxes on that particular page are not checked, only the checkbox, uh, because that particular grid itself is not loaded properly. So you can see the grid is not yet loaded. It's taking bit of time to load. Now if you can see, it has been loaded properly. Yes, every checkbox should be checked. So if you can see, each and every box is checked. You don't need to write an extra code for it. So basically what it does, when you say check, and if there are multiple elements of same type, then it will check all the checkboxes. This is the one thing. Now let's say you want uh, specify which checkboxes to be checked. Okay. Before that, I'll explain you why this force has been given the true. Okay. So force allows you to click on an element even though the element is not visible. So if you set it to false and if the element is not visible, it will not click on that particular. But if you set it to true, then it will click on the invisible element as well. And now let's say you wanted to perform, or say let's say you wanted to select only two values out of uh, available values. Then you, or say three values. So you, what you can do is check, you can pass how many values you wanted to select, and then what it will do, it will select only those items. Please see that in action. So it will go to the category list page first. Select the element at second and 10th position. After that, it will uncheck as well. So that was the check action. So if you can see, before it was not checked. After, I'll just highlight of. Similarly for 10th one, before it was not checked. Now let's see for the uncheck option. So before it was checked, after it was unchecked. Similarly for the last one. So this is how you can interact with the checkboxes in Cypress. So now last thing that I wanted to guys is how you can work with the drop downs that are not actual drop downs. If it is a normal drop down, then you can use the select method that I had already covered in one of my previously. But here I'm giving case where that are not actually drop downs, but acts like a drop down. Okay. So how you can work with that particular element, run that particular. Before that, I'll give you that particular what I'm trying to say is products. So on this particular page, if you can see, this looks like a drop down, but not actually drop down. It's a ordered list, and you wanted to select from this. First, what we'll see, we'll select a single element and how you can select multiple elements. So I'll return a code for that. I'll explain you what exactly. Uh, the first thing is when you normal actions, like you have to click on this, then this drop down will be open. Okay, so for that, I had find that particular element and clicked on that. Then what I did is uh, I had found all the list items. So whatever the options that are available once you click on it, I found it. And then using the each for each element, what I'm doing, I'm just trying to click on the element, and while clicking, what I'm doing, I'm pressing the control key. Okay, so pressing the control key allows you to select a multiple items. Okay, so this will work something like this. I'm holding the control key and selecting multiple items. This way, it will keep the previously selected option as well, and it will select the new. Okay, so this is way you can pass, like if you wanted to select multiple items, then what I'm doing in this particular loop. So once you select one item over here, right? Let's say you select one item, the drop down gets closed. Okay, so in order to reopen that particular drop down, I have added this particular command. That drop down will be opened like and perform. So this is how this particular code block will work, where you wanted to select multiple items which are not actually select items. And if you wanted to select a particular item, let's say you wanted to select the first one, then you can use the first, so that it will only select the first element from the that drop down. So let me quickly run both these scenarios. Let's see the output. Has opened drop down box. Then it has selected the pending first. Then it has kept the control key. Then it has selected complete, cancel. It has selected each and every. Now for the second scenario, it will again will select only the first option from the drop down. You can see it has performed for each and every. First of all, let's click on this, then the list selected, then it has clicked on control pending, before after, if you can before and after, then it has said processing, then so that's how you can interact with the select element that is actually not a select element. So that's it for this video, guys. Stay tuned for more. Maybe in the next section of video, I'll try to cover how you can different assertions on different types of elements. So thank you. Thanks for watching.